Bookshare, a Benetech initiative.
I would remember getting so angry at myself because I would read something and not have any idea what it meant.
Emery, a Texas 6th grader, is seated in a library.
I remember thinking that I would never learn how to read.
Emery's father, Mac, is seated in the library.
It's painful to watch that in your child. I mean, it was just tears and crying and yelling and laying her head on the table.
Other kids were reading like these stories, and I was just like, I don't understand this at all. Maybe I'm just not good enough, until I got tested for dyslexia.
Picture of young Emery.
Emery was 7 years old when she was diagnosed with dyslexia.
Emery's mom, Brandy, is seated in the library.
So because we live in Dallas County and Scottish Rite is right here, we took her there to be evaluated.
Emery and Brandy opened books at a desk.
This is our binder from Scottish Rite, and they were handing us, here's your diagnosis, here's some legal stuff about 504s and special ed law, and here's your Bookshare account. What's a Bookshare account?
I remember sitting down on the couch, and she was like, we're going to try something new. And then she gave it to me. I'm like, wow.
Bookshare has changed her life.
Emery reads on a tablet.
She has her app set. It looks like a Kindle. Every word is highlighted, and she hears the word as it's highlighted, and the highlighting moves across the screen.
He's aware of being on his feet with the loud, not really tuneful singing all around him.
She can adjust font color, highlight color, background color. The voice can be altered. The speed can be altered. It is very, very, very customizable.
Bookshare kind of put me in my own world, and I found out that this is how everybody feels when they read.
I think it taught her brain how to track, how to read coherently, fluently, and follow along. And it taught her that there's a story beyond word for word.
Brandy points to a reading report.
Emery has scored master of reading level every year that she's taken the STAR tests.
And it kind of helped me build up confidence in myself.
The school announced, hey, we're having tryouts for UIL competitions. And they had what they called ready writing. And it's where you have to write a story. And you present your story to the judges. And Emery came home and said to us, I've signed up to do, she signed up for ready writing. It's the one thing that's, that is very difficult for her to be willing and to want to even enter that type of competition. And then to hear from the judges, that she did very well. I mean, that moment to me is just, it's, just 180 degrees from where we were.
Emery selects a book from a library shelf.
I hope in the future I can read books to my kids.
She loves to read. And that cannot be attributed to anything but Bookshare.